We got some breaking news, Jets fans, as they are trading for cornerback Jarvis Brownlee Jr. from the Tennessee Titans. What's going on, everybody? My name is Patrick Siepman, and welcome into the Jets Report. Got some breaking news here. Did not have this on my bingo card. The Jets trading for a cornerback today, but they did just that. Jordan Schultz breaking news a little bit ago saying trade. The Titans are trading Jarvis Brownlee to the Jets in exchange for a 2026 late round swap. Now, I will say, just scouring social media, seeing how Titans fans are reacting, they are not happy about this deal. A lot of fans in Tennessee were big fans of Jarvis Brownlee Jr., so I think that's good news for us Jets fans, but we'll talk about him and also talk about Brandon Stephens as I potentially won't see the field again this season. But before we do so, this is why you guys hit that subscribe button. No matter what we're doing, no matter what time of the day it is, if we get breaking news like this, like a massive trade for your New York Jets, we'll make a video for you guys ASAP. So hit that subscribe button today. And we are actually 400 subscribers away from 10,000 subs here on YouTube. So if you guys are new here, haven't subscribed just yet, help us out in reaching 10,000 subs. So the trade details here coming in from Diana Rossini. All Jets fans love her, but she did have the trade details saying the Jets are acquiring Titans cornerback Jarvis Brownlee Jr. and a 2026 7th-round pick for a 2026 rounder. So the typical 6th, 7th-round swap where the team, also for the team acquiring the 7th, they're also getting a player. But the Jets did give up a 2026 6th-rounder to get Jarvis Brownlee Jr. Now, his PFF grades are kind of all over the board here. Overall grade 59.0. That's 88th out of 158 eligible corners. Pass rush grade 60.8. Or 60.0, excuse me. Run defense, 83.5. Now, that's the best part of his game, coming in at 4th in the NFL. Coverage grade, solid, middle of the pack, 61.0. But overall, pretty solid player. Now, he has some great film against the run. Like, this guy will step up, take on blockers, especially in the screen game when teams are trying to get it quickly out to the outside, setting up a wide receiver screen. He'll just blow that blocker up, make a play on the football. So he is fantastic in stopping the run and just being a playmaker. He almost feels more of like a safety when he's out there, but that kind of continued this past season during his rookie campaign back in 2024. He was solid. Like, again, the PFF grades aren't going to blow you away, but specifically him in the run defense, 77.7. That's solid stuff there. And this was also in 911 snaps. So this isn't a limited sample size. He played majority of last season, and he's going to bring some toughness to the secondary, which, desperately needed it. Like, Sauce Gardner played a fantastic week 1 game. He's kind of taken some steps back over the last couple of weeks. Brandon Stephens, he's just been flat out terrible. He is almost unplayable at this point. Michael Carter, he's been decent, but they've been needed guys to step up. And clearly, they like A.Z. Thomas, but he is still a 3rd-round rookie, so they decided, let's go bring in Brownlee to just help add some depth to this room and also make them way better against the run, which, they've struggled this season. And, if you guys are curious where he normally aligns, he's not going to take any reps away from Michael Carter. He's only gotten 1 snap this year at the slot corner position, but they will, line him up in some different spots. And I could see Aaron Glenn and Steve Wilkes, if they do want to go the 2 outside corners being Sauce and A.Z. Thomas, maybe they have Brownlee line up, at some box safety, maybe for a little bit just to help the run. I could see that, especially with the Quincy Williams injury that just broke down earlier today. But I could see them lining them up all across the board. Now, I think the worst news for a certain player is Brandon Stephens. Like, the Jets don't make this move if they had faith in him, because they already had a guy behind Brandon Stephens they liked in A.Z. Thomas. I think he's done with this team, which sucks because you signed him to a 3-year, $36 million deal. I didn't like that contract at the time, and he's even played worse than I expected. Like, I don't think he's a playable player in the NFL at this point. He can't tackle. He can't cover. He really does nothing well. So I don't think we'll see him again this season. I think it's just going to be A.Z. Thomas and Jarvis Brownlee Jr., manning that outside cornerback spot across from Sauce Gardner. But, hey, Brownlee is a Jet officially. So if you guys want to welcome him to the New York Jets, type his jersey number 29. He wore 29 with the Titans. Curious to see what he's going to wear here for the Jets. But, hey, type his jersey number. Give me those 29s down below. Now, I also think the Jets making this move could mean they got some faith in A.Z. Thomas playing a lot more. Now, you could also take this as maybe they don't have trust in him with how bad Brandon Stephens has been. They don't want to fully turn it over to A.Z. Thomas. I'm going to kind of read this as, yes, they are clearly not happy with Brandon Stephens, but they still want to get A.Z. Thomas more reps. But you still want to have some depth behind him just in case it doesn't work out. But AZ Thomas made some plays against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Had that one streak route. He was running stride for stride with the guy, made a hell of a play on the football. And only in 10 snaps against the Buccaneers, he graded out fairly well. 76.4 overall grade, 76.4 in coverage, defense at 60.0. But he is one of those guys. When we're talking about this Jets 2025 draft class, like Armand Membu looks good. Mason Taylor is getting a lot of snaps. Really haven't seen him produce a whole lot, but I think it's coming. But then the two other guys, Malachi Moore and AZ Thomas, you got to let these guys develop because I think it is so key, especially, being in the secondary in the NFL. Like, you can get all the one-on-one reps at practice. You can develop your skills, but it really comes down to just getting live in-game reps, like understanding what the offense is trying to do. And it's tough to get that at practice when, especially if these guys aren't starting, they're normally running scout team defense. So to have them both be starters, not only for game day, but the whole week leading up to practice could be huge. And honestly, I think this is an easy take to have. With how bad Tony Adams and Brandon Stevens have been, Moore and Thomas should start the rest of the season. Now, obviously, now with Brownlee being in the fold, you could rotate him and AZ Thomas, but there's no excuse to have Tony Adams or Brandon Stevens out there anymore. Like, both these guys are just poor corners and safeties. They're just huge net negatives out there on the football field. And, AZ Thomas has shown enough, and especially Malachi Moore. Like, let this guy get more reps under his belt because, with his first real 121 snaps in the NFL, he's done fairly well. At least he is good in the run defense. So I could see them, going a lot of Brownlee, going a lot of Malachi Moore just to help stop the run, especially with Quincy Williams now missing time. Like, you're assuming the Jets are going to have to do whatever they can to stop the run because the linebacker position is looking super thin right now. And you don't really have a lot of guys besides Jamie Sherwood to really step up at that spot. Like, you like Kiko, you got Cam Jones, but it's going to be tough for this team to stop the run. So you're looking at guys like Malachi Moore stepping up and then obviously Jarvis Brownlee Jr. But overall, I think this is a good trade for the Jets. And also, Darren Muji, this might be his new favorite trade to make, is the typical 6th to 7th round pick swap because the Juwan Briggs trade looks great. The Harrison Phillips trade looks great. So maybe he can, strike gold for a third time and pick up a guy like, Jarvis Brownlee Jr. from the Titans who could step in and play some big-time football for this team. So I'm a fan of this move. Did not have this on my bingo card today, Jets trading for a corner, but clearly they are totally fine, moving back to the 7th round compared to the 6th round pick, and they ended up picking up a solid corner who's going to be great against the run. And I'm excited to watch him play this Monday night against the Dolphins. But if you guys made it to the end of today's show, we appreciate you. Just hit me with a me down below in the comment section. And also, if you guys have not subscribed, do so. Change it. Join the Jets Report family here on YouTube. And we'll see you guys next time. As always, go Jets.